Hi YouTube, Engineer Boy 100. Well, I've got another off-topic video for you today. This old ottoman started peeling, and my wife really likes it, so I decided to go ahead and refinish it myself. As you can see, I've already started scraping off the old peeling surface, and I'm going to show you a process for refinishing leather, vinyl, and in this case, this is just some kind of a cloth to make them look as good as new. So stay tuned, and let's get right into it. Alright, so the first step for me is to get off all of this old finish, and the process may be different for you. I have no idea what this stuff is, so you're going to have to figure out whatever yours is if you have to remove it, and the correct way to remove it. Sorry, I don't have any more information on this, but I've been at this for about an hour. So I'm going to finish up cleaning all of these sections off and in these little cracks. And I'll let you see it when it's all done. We're ready for cleaning in the first process. Alright, I'm all done cleaning the surface, cleaning the cracks, vacuuming off all the little particles. And as you might have guessed, those cracks were the hardest part to clean up. The next phase in this process is going to be the isopropyl alcohol cleaning, so I can remove all my little greasy, sweaty handprints from the material so it doesn't interfere with adhesion. That little brown spot over there that we didn't do is a test section that we're going to just paint over that. So next up, isopropyl alcohol cleaning, and then we'll start by applying our mix to the cracks first. As you can see, I have an array of brushes and some scrapers and stuff that I'm going to use to get into the crevices, the cracks, go around the outside edges, and also I'm going to brush off the surfaces to get rid of any fuzz, and of course the alcohol. Over here we have the isopropyl, 99%, to clean off any oils that I put on with my hands before working on it, and just get the whole surface ready to have a good bond of the silicone and then the paint. Alright guys, I'm getting ready to do the silicone paint mix, and look at that, 30 minutes paintable. I was wrong, you don't have to wait 24 hours. This new stuff is amazing. So I'm probably wait about an hour after I put it on, but I'm gonna go ahead and start mixing the silicone with this paint, filling in all the cracks first, and heck, 30 minutes to an hour or a couple hours after you put your silicone on, you can paint it. Putting the paint in there adds acrylic to the silicone, but there's already acrylic in this silicone. It just makes it that much easier for the paint to adhere to it when you paint it. So this is an old school technique. Open up these cracks, and what it'll do too, by going into the cracks like this, it will allow the paint to not soak in so much. So I'm going to go into these cracks, and I'm going to, basically what we're doing is we're sealing the material. So I'm going to go into the cracks, and I want the paint, when it hits these edges, to have a consistent look. You know? So I just brush it on real quick and make sure I come to the outside of this radiated portion of the little crack here, so that when I paint the surface, it's going to be nice and consistent with the type of surface that the paint is trying to bond to. And it doesn't take much, that's it. Let's keep on doing that and go around to all the cracks, fill them in with silicone. Yeah, I'm going to build up the cracks. I will do the surfaces here. It goes on nice and easy. It's not difficult. And you're going to end up creating a really nice, even surface, which is going to create a nice even color when you paint. And the key to painting a nice anything, cars, furniture, even like powder coat, anything that you spray on, the key to a good finish is light, even coats. You want to get nice, light, even coats, and you want to maintain the correct distance. And it's different depending on what you're using, but the right distance will dictate how the paint material lays down. I don't know if that makes any sense. But if you're too close, it's going to be too heavy. And if you're too far away, it's going to be too feathery and too light, and it's not going to look right. And they will look very, very different with the exact same color paint, depending on how far away you are when you shoot. It'll look very different, the exact same color paint. So you have to kind of get a feel for that, and that's just experience. So there's no way that anybody can tell you, okay, 6 inches, and you stay exactly 6 inches. No, you got to get a feel for how your paint media is responding and landing as you spray. How is it landing on your subject matter to dictate how you need to adjust your distance. And your distance might change depending on if it's a flat surface or a curved surface too, or what kind of consistency that surface has. You know, so you got to just get a feel for what it should be looking like to get the end result that you want. So I'll finish this up. It's a lot of cracks. I know you guys don't want to watch me do all the cracks, so I will just finish up the cracks, and I'll let you watch me maybe do a little bit of the surfaces. I'll let this cure, and then we'll paint. And we'll see the end result and see if I know what I'm talking about. But I do, trust me. If you're seeing this video, then I do, because if it didn't come out right, I won't show you. Alright, we're already done with the sealing of the cracks with the silicone. And as you may notice, some are still kind of whitish gray, as was the case with the original mixture. But as it dries, you can see that the gray and the white of the silicone go away, and it turns a nice brown. So we're going to do all of the first surfaces now that the cracks are done, and then we'll let that dry probably for an hour or two, and then we will do our paint job with nice, light, even, consistent layers of paint. All right, we're all done applying the silicone to the surfaces, and as you can see, as we said, we started in the middle and worked our way out. So the middle has pretty much dried almost completely, and as you can see, as I work my way out, the outer areas are still white. So we're going to let those dry for about an hour. We'll mask off the wood on the bottom, and we'll start with our nice, light, even layers of paint. So silicone coating is now fully cured, and I've masked off the base, as you can see, for the painting. The last thing I do before I actually paint is I'll sand off all of the high spots and the little brush lines to get a smooth finish when we paint it. And I've already sanded this, and I have not sanded this. If you listen carefully, you can hear the difference in how the surface feels. And that's rough and not very smooth. So the way I do it is I do it by sight, and I do it by feel. I just knock it down until I can kind of see that the rough spots are gone, and so I can feel the smoothness that I want to feel when we're done painting. And some people want to know, well, how durable is this going to be when you're done? How long is it going to last? Well, I can kind of answer that question right now. We've been test painting some of these for color match, and I'll go ahead and, these are completely dry, I'll go ahead and sand on this, and you can see how it stands up to sandpaper. So it'll stand up to your pants. So I'm going to go ahead and finish sanding it off. Then the little bits of dust I'll wipe off with isopropyl alcohol, and then we'll be ready for final paint. Just finished wiping it down with alcohol, and it's fully prepped and ready for final paint. And this is what it looks like in terms of the surface finish before paint, and those little other areas that are already painted, just our test spots. So, all right, this is the last phase. We're going to go ahead and paint it. In the video, you'll see us use two different brands. We used well, it shows that we use the TRG Supercolor, this one here, TRG Supercolor, and also the MB Brillo color spray. We went with the color spray. We thought the quality was better. The color that we finally selected, that you'll see in the video, of this brand was the one that we really wanted. So if you like this color, the name of it is Dark Brown. Okay, dark brown is the color of this, and this is the brand that we found was the most quality. And I think it's on Amazon. I don't know where she got this paint. I'll look on Amazon, and if there's there, then I'll get a link and I'll put it in the description. If not, I'll find it on the internet somewhere. But I'll try to find a link for this brand. We liked it best. So what you'll see me do next is I'm gonna put one coat of a different color than our final color as the first coat, kind of as a primer, and then I'm going to go over that with the dark brown of Brillo. Dark brown is what I'm going to go do the final coat with. I'll probably put 2 coats of that, nice and light, and then a final coat that's a little heavier for the final coat. So I'll stop talking, and I'll let you guys just watch me finish up that, just letting you know what I will be doing, and then I'll let you see the end result. So without further ado, final paint. Okay, I've completed the first coat of the color. That was one of the ones we were going to select. It was close, but not our final color. This is what it looks like. And part of the reason that I decided to paint a different color first was because, one, this paint's extremely expensive. It's like $16, $17 a can. And two, the volume in these cans is very inconsistent. I gotta let you guys know, it was very inconsistent with their volume. It's supposed to be 3.77 ounces per little can of spray paint. And some of the cans I'd weigh them on the scale, the gross was like 6 ounces, some were 7 ounces, some were 3.3, less than the net weight of the fluid was supposed to be. So I decided to not use up all of the paint of the color we wanted and just make sure we got a good covering of the color. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and paint the whole thing, the final color. I'll let you see it when it's done. Okay, we're all done. This is the final result, what it looks like. Hope this helps someone. Hope you like it. I'm happy with the final result. Thanks for watching, and have a nice day.